licensing, establishment licensing, product registration, and also obligation from the manufacturer, from the establishment to carry out post-market activities in the post-market stage. So to ensure this post-market actually to ensure the safety of the throughout the lifespan of the product of the device. Okay? And this framework actually we developed a framework based on the recommendation of the regulatory model of WHO, and also the recommendation by the IMARF, the International Medical Device Regulators Forum.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Sheila. And the third question is for Dr. Vivian. In your experience, what are the most effective strategies when it comes to building and maintaining trust with patients through regulated practices?
So I feel that the most important thing in building trust with our patients is actually communication, open communication. When we're seeing a patient being honest, explaining to them the risks that comes with the treatments that they're taking, the benefits that they're going to be seeing from the treatments that you are recommending to them, and actually not hiding or smudging the facts when you're talking to them. And also explaining to them how to check your clinic licensing, how to see when, if let's say they're going out to other clinics or if they're going to visit other doctors. And not actually just being worried about your patients leaving to another clinic, but whereas educating them and telling them that if you're going elsewhere, to also look into the clinic's licensing, to look into their doctor's license, how to look for them. There are patients who have told me that they didn't know that they can check the doctor's license on the website. So I've actually opened up the website to show them and to tell them that this is how, that I'm not even worried, you can check my name out, I will give you my full name. So in that sense, they know that you are trustworthy and they will come back to you and you will then be in safe hands in that sense. So even like what Dr. Rashmi mentioned, when there is a complication, we at least know what we need to do in order to help them get better.
Right, thank you. And the fourth question goes to Dr. Rashmi. What mechanisms are in place for practitioners and patients to provide feedback on the regulatory practices? How is this feedback used to improve standards?
Thank you very much for the question. Very easy one. To give feedback, there's one email. You can write it down now. Just email to us, AMP, A for America, M for T for Kenya, AMP, Alliance, MNH.gov.my. Any complaints, any questions, anything about aesthetic, please email this to maybe I answer a little bit your email, but I'll try my best to answer all the questions. And then from there we can let the data to improve. Not just especially for the email, you can email me anything, complaints or reports about something, you can email to that amp@moh.gov.my. And then talking about public awareness, I think there will be a question about that. About public awareness, we, MOH, we collaborating with this Persatuan Doktor Estetik Pendaftar Malaysia. Since it's quite hard for us to convince our top management to look very much into aesthetic, because for them, aesthetic is maybe on the lowest list of their priority for healthcare, because maybe for them healthcare, they talk about NCT, hypertension, diabetes, obesity, cancer, dengue, and everything. Aesthetic will be on the lowest of the list and MOH priority. Even though we are shown of the complications, if you see complications on the mass media, on TV, most of them is just like the tip of the iceberg. There's so little compared to what actually happened in the hospital. Most of the victims they don't know what to do. And they don't know what to do, or they are ashamed, or they feel guilty to themselves, they don't want others to know they did something wrong with themselves. So what actually shown in the media is very little compared to what actually happened. So, talking about public awareness just now, I believe all of you inside this hall have each using smartphone, and all of you must have social media, right? So, open your Instagram and please follow this one account. It's called APAC Malaysia, APAC Malaysia. APAC stands for Aesthetic Public Awareness Campaign Malaysia. So with this, we are trying to educate the public where to go, who to check and everything. Like Dr. Vivian said just now, public actually can check whether the person is doctor or not. But sometimes it is like a hassle to them to check doctor or not, does the clinic is registered or not, is it clinic or not, and the procedure is valid or not. We do this Instagram, actually has Facebook also. We do this so that public can actually ask. Can you send DM to us? We will try to help to explain and answer the question, because it's easier to go through social media, right? So I hope all in this hall can follow. You can ask your family to follow, can ask your relatives to follow. Maybe they are too shy to ask. You can just DM to answer the question. Thank you.
Right, thank you very much, Dr. Krishnan. And for the fifth question for Dr. Vignesh Krishnan, what unique aspect of Malaysia's healthcare system and facilities make it an attractive option for international patients compared to our neighboring countries such as Thailand or Indonesia?
Thank you for the question. I mean, this is something that I always talk about. Malaysia is very competitive in terms of medical tourism, as you all can see the papers, and as we grow. And that's through a constellation of factors. And these factors actually orchestrate why the patient chooses to come to Malaysia. Now, first of all, we look at quality. Yeah, when I talk about quality, it's about the quality of the hospitals, the doctors, and the service that we provide. We have almost about 16 hospitals with JCI accreditation, and a couple of them with ACHS, which is the Australian accreditation. Accreditation means they sustain a high level standard of quality. Yeah, that promises the patient who Googles about the hospital to understand at what level of safety and quality and care that they can expect. That drives them. On top of that, now we get a lot of feedback to understand why patients love coming to Malaysia. They talk about our doctors. They talk about the trust in the diagnosis that we give them. A lot of countries, I'm not going to name them to be fair, but a lot of them come to us and tell that they get misdiagnosed, even with technology, but they trust our doctors. So that's something that we need to be proud of, right? And together with the trust, we give them the right advice that they are comfortable with. And then comes the treatment. Now, if you look at our doctors, right, to be a specialist and a subspecialist coming to the private sector, you need at least 14 to 16 years, right? You do your housemanship, MOship, so on and so forth. Compared to a lot of other countries, our pathway is longer, but then we ensure the quality. So this definitely sells and puts Malaysia in the forefront to know that we have trustworthy doctors with the right quality of treatment. Now, a lot of you would have definitely also seen that we are cost effective, or rather competitive in pricing compared to our neighboring countries. Now, this pricing not only comes to complex procedures, but even simple things like the medical checkup, a proper screening up to the most complex procedures like cancer treatments. We are still competitive compared to a lot of countries that are neighboring us. And then, of course, we can't deny the seamless connectivity that we have. Two aspects of that. One is the airports. We are very geographically, strategically positioned as a country where it's easy to fly in. And from the airports or wherever they are in Malaysia to go to these major hospitals. That's not a problem at all. Most of the hospitals actually provide transport. The ambulance waits for you to pick you up. And this gives comfort for them to choose to come here. And we cannot omit the fact of the hospitality that we have. You know, we are known as a friendly nation. Malaysia is truly Asian. We are multi-diverse in culture. And we know how to be friendly with them. I mean, it's just part of what we do. And finally, what's really picking up now is the Muslim-friendly aspect in Malaysia, right? A lot of them are going into that to attract a lot of people, especially from the Middle East or even any other countries. I mean, for now, the biggest tourism comes from Indonesia, right? Culturally, we are almost similar. The fact that we are Muslim-friendly actually gives them the extra comfort to come here. So I think both of these elements, right, the quality of care that we provide together with the hospitality service definitely makes us as a booming nation when it comes to medical tourism.
Alright, thank you very much, Dr. Vignesh. Okay, once again, thank you for our respected panelists for all your participation. Allow me to invite Yang Berbahagia and Dr. Koh Chun back to present the tokens of appreciation to our panelists. First up, we have Yang Professor Dr. Vignesh Krishnan. Next we have Yang Professor Dr. Najbi bin Ismail. And last but not least, Yang Professor Ms. Nashira binti Naimi. But before we move on, I would like to invite Dr. Vivian to present a token of our highest gratitude to the founder and chief executive officer of Dr. Koh's Skin Specialist, as well as the chairman of the ADEC 2024 Organizing Committee, Yang Berbahagia, Dr. Koh Chun Beng. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our grand opening ceremony. It has been a wonderful morning with such esteemed guests all in one space. On behalf of Koh Academy, we would like to once again thank our esteemed VIPs and all of you for being here today. Dr. Koh and Dr. Vivian would like to invite you to the VIP holding room for